Well, good morning and welcome to another daily Video Devo. Rene here in Israel on the shore of the Sea of Galilee. It is a gorgeous morning today, and I want to talk to you today about water. If you are like me, you love water, you love swimming pools, you love the ocean, and the ancient Romans were like that as well. They loved water, they loved to go swimming. But the ancient Israelites, the Jewish people in the Bible, did not really love water. In fact, you will look in vain in the Bible for any scene, any description of somebody enjoying the sea or a lake recreationally. To the Israelite culture, the sea represented chaos. Every time it's mentioned in the Bible, it's a place of terror, like Noah's flood, or the Israelites barely squeaking through the Red Sea before it engulfs the Egyptian army, or the storm in the book of Jonah. It's always a place of fear, a source of anxiety, until Jesus comes along to change all that. Now let me set this up for you. In Psalm 65:7, it speaks of God as the only one who has power over the wind and the waves. And then listen to this. In Mark chapter 4, Jesus is with his disciples in a storm right on this lake. They're freaking out. And then he says, "Why are you so afraid? Have you still so little faith?" And the disciples are terrified because of the storm. But it says in verse 39, Jesus looked at the wind and the waves and said, "Peace, be still." And suddenly the wind stopped, and there was a great calm on the lake. And the disciples were amazed because Jesus has power over the wind and the waves, power that they thought only God had. And then in Matthew chapter 6, there's another storm on this lake, and Jesus walks on water to get to the boat where the disciples are just freaking out. And then he says, "Take courage, it is I, don't be afraid." That's Mark chapter 6, verse 50. You know, I like to think of Jesus saying that to me when I'm in a storm of life. Take courage, he says. It is I, it's me. Don't be afraid. I just want to invite you right now to think over the things that represent chaos and fear and anxiety in your life, just as the water, the sea, the ocean represented fear, anxiety, chaos to the Israelites in the Bible. Because the takeaway from these stories for me is that Jesus is Lord over all the things in your life and my life that we fear. All the things that represent chaos and terror to us. Now, for you, it might be fear of the future, or it might be something like fear of needles. Whatever it is that you're afraid of, I want you to imagine right now Jesus saying to you, "Take courage. It is I am with you. Don't be afraid." As you go throughout the day today, whatever seems to be bringing a storm into your life, a storm of anxiety, large or small, Jesus is with you. And he's saying to you, "Take courage. It is I, right here with you. Don't be afraid." You do that, and I know you are going to have a great day no matter what storms come your way.